Facebookers, Blue Skyers, YouTubers, Threaders, and if there's even a few of you remaining tweeters out there, welcome to Do Wall Printworks, the home of the actual semi-true adventures of Mark and Dee. Yes, after a very unwanted hiatus on social media, we are back with all new tales of Deena and I as we navigated our teens in a love story that has stood the test of time. I'm Mark Dooley, the author / perpetrator of this incredible epic saga. And if you ever felt alone in the world, felt that the things you look for in life are just that far out of your reach, if you've ever been told that your dreams and ambitions are a waste of time, get a job, you bum, well, I know all about such things. That you're even seeing this video. And hopefully reading our comic strip, Genesis of a Fanboy, on all the platforms I've mentioned earlier. Or you've been to a comic convention Dee and I attended and picked up our comic book, and just to see what the fuss was all about. Well, this story, my art, and my writing are the direct result of people telling me how worthless my desires were, how I wouldn't amount to anything. And the sad thing is, I almost listened to them.
Mom was the one who got me into comics, introducing me to Batman and the Joker. That woman had a sadistic streak in her because the Joker scared the crap out of me. And even she agreed that maybe Batman and his bizarre rogues gallery were a little much for a 7-year-old kid. So one day, she threw me in the deep end of the pool and introduced me to the Justice League of America. And not 4 years later, the Cape Crusader himself showed up on TV and changed every aspect of my life, from my desire to be a comic book artist to the new respect my fellow classmates had for me. It was the greatest 2 years a kid like me could ever have imagined. I even fell in love for the first time with a beautiful girl named Susie, and strangely enough, she liked me back. I was introduced to Marvel Comics thanks to the cartoons of the mid-60s, and from our upstairs apartment overseeing downtown Columbus, Indiana, and the many toy and bookstores that carried comic books within 2 blocks of me, this world was my fantasy land. And then, the floor fell out from under me. In 1968, Batman got canceled. Susie was moving back to Texas after graduating 6th grade. The superhero fad was fizzling out, and my stepfather was eager to get me and my brothers away from the influence of my grandparents and moved us all out into a little country township called Newbern. The bullying started up again at my new school, with a bit of a twist, and I felt that here be my final stand, knee-deep in a cow patty. And then, new next-door neighbors, a reluctant contestant in hide-and-seek, and this Amazonian beauty hauled me up in the tree. I was practically in love by the time I made that first branch. Her name was Dina Berkman, and despite all the many highs and lows we were to experience throughout our teens, the breakups and the reunions, the illnesses, the injuries, sometimes even the anger and the misunderstandings, we never truly ever fell out of love. And in 1983, in a courtship that would rival Dick Tracy and Tess Trueheart for longevity, we made our vows before all of our friends and family, and we began a new adventure as man and wife.
So, this coming July 4th through the 6th, Dee and I will be featured guests and host at Inconjunction, being held at the Wyndham Indianapolis Airport Hotel, 2544 Executive Drive on Indy's West Side. You'll find us located at the Doctor Who room in the West Lobby. There will be tons of great events all throughout the weekend. A costume contest for the amazing cosplayers, music, RPGs out the whoopsie, arts and crafts, and a surprise at practically every turn. And while you're there, do be sure to pick up a few copies of Mark and D and Genesis of a Fanboy, as these will be the last single comic editions before we publish our collected trade paperbacks. We'll be doing sketches on demand, relatively cheap, and autographs, really cheap, as in free, always a good point. And we'll be discussing the future of the Mark and D comic line and Do-Walt Prince works. So come for the comics, stay for the universe. Hopefully, we'll see you at Incon July 4th. In the meantime, drive safe and out on sea!